Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is Saturday, September 19th, 2015. Typically, on the weekends, the news cycle is slow. In recent months, we've been getting a lot of police officer shooting stories on the weekend. That might very well still happen. There's a lot of Saturday left, there's tomorrow, Sunday. Anyhow, the big news story today is the arrest of the suspect for the Phoenix, Arizona freeway shootings, which maybe you haven't even heard about. Josh Stoss, a contributor on this video channel who has his own channel, he lives down in the Phoenix area, and he said he hadn't even heard about this freeway shooting story until he read about it on my blog. So it hasn't been the biggest news, but here it is. They've now arrested the suspect. Since arresting him, the detail has come out that he says he's the wrong person, they've made a mistake. So let's begin by watching the mainstream coverage. Then I want to show you what's coded into this story and why it has me thinking about the Hoover Dam. So let's get to the mainstream coverage and then we'll do the decoding.
This comes after nearly 3 weeks of terror in the Phoenix area. This suspect...
I just want to pause right there. Notice how he used the word terror. This is a fake story put out by our government and our mainstream media for the sake of the terror it will instill in the public. And the reason they do this to us is because if you read about human psychology, when you're in a state of fear, panic, anxiety, you become a lot more easily controlled. And that is what the powers that be want, control over the mainstream. So they give us this constant fear-mongering through the media, one distraction after the next, none that are beneficial to our lives. And beyond that, it seems that in all of these stories, they code in numbers that foretell what the next act of the fear show will be, if you will. So let's continue, and then we'll get to the decoding.
21-year-old Leslie Martin Allen Jr. was taken into custody late last night outside of a Walmart in a Phoenix suburb, actually in a Glendale, Arizona suburb. He was cornered, as you mentioned earlier, as that police officer we heard from in the press conference just a little while ago. He was forensically linked to the first 4 of the 11 shootings that happened in this Phoenix area, from cars to big rigs, seemingly targeted.
Did you just hear how he said 4 of 11? Of course there's the number 11. This mainstream media loves to code their 11s because the people behind the media are numerologists. And in numerology, 11 is the most important number, as are the multiples of 11. 11, 22, 33, 44.
At random. Last night, police investigators held a press conference announcing this arrest.
Yes, he was arrested at that Walmart with a woman and a 5-year-old child. They were not taken into custody, and he was, and that's about all I can say at that point.
Now, police emphasized that there could be other copycat shooters in this case. Over the course of the last 3 weeks, we've been there on the ground reporting this, from bullets to projectiles found in all sorts of cars scattered along that busy Interstate 10 freeway. So, again, this suspect just linked to the first 4 of 11 shootings that happened over the course of...
And again, 4 of 11. The other point I meant to make is that the number 411 is the word for assassin. JFK was shot from 411 Elm Street. Assassin equals 411 in Jewish gematria. Also, notice how this video is a minute 13 in length. Again, this is one of the numbers so often coded into the hoaxes. Even in the lengths of the videos the media puts before us, the words mainstream, dishonest, and green screen all have gematria of 113.
The last 3 weeks, so there could be others out there that police are still looking for.
Alright, so there was the mainstream coverage. Here's what I want to show you. The man arrested who's saying they got the wrong person is named Leslie Allen Merrit Jr., name gematria of 93. 93 is an important number. The word propaganda has gematria of 93. And also, in the state of Arizona, where this is taking place, the number 93 is highly relevant to the Hoover Dam. U.S. Route 93 goes right past the Hoover Dam. It used to go directly over it. I have a video from last year, around the time of the Super Bowl, a advertisement put out by Toyota for Toyota Camry, which shows the Pat Tillman Bridge, the new bridge built there bypassing the dam, destroyed, And within the coded gematria are the numbers 93, just like the route shown destroyed in the ad. Hoover Dam has a number of connections to 93, Truth Seeker. Notice that the construction was between 31 and 36 during the Great Depression and was dedicated on the date of September 30th, 1935. Just think of September as 9/3. There's a 93 right there, but the numerology of the date is also 93. 9 plus 30 plus 19 plus 35. Double 93 coding. It should also be noted that Arizona is one of only 2 states with a Pythagorean gematria of 39, the reflection of 93. They are Arizona and New York. Recall after the World Trade Center terrorist attack September 11th, 2001, the World Series was New York versus Arizona, the only 2 states with 39 gematria. This year on the Hoover Dam, in the month of May, the only month with 39 gematria, there was a 39,000 square meter projection of a goat on the Hoover Dam. In history, the Hoover Dam was added to the National Reserve of Historic Places on April 8th, 1981, another date with a 93 numerology connection, also a date with 113 numerology. Very interesting. If you missed the story from earlier this year of the projection of the goat on the dam, it looked like this. 39,000 square meter goat covering an area of 39,000 square meters right there from the mainstream reporting. Again, in the month of May. Some interesting numbers here, Truth Seeker. The logo put up has a Jewish gematria connection to America. I think all of this stuff is arrogant foreshadowing. Think about the 39 signers on the Declaration. So, back to this shooting, I want to show you something real quick, Truth Seeker. The date of his arrest was late last night, Friday, September 18th, 2015, a date with 42 numerology. The word Freemason in Pythagorean gematria sums to 42, and in simple English gematria, it sums to 96. In the construction of the Hoover Dam, it is said that officially 96 men died building the dam. I've done several videos on the Hoover Dam and the Golden Gate Bridge before. Both of these landmarks have a lot of curious numerology, highly Masonic numerology coded onto them. The Hoover Dam is named after Herbert Hoover, who has gematria of 96 as well. 96, that number is so important to the Freemasons. The ranging degrees of Scottish Rite Freemasonry are 31, 32, 33. Add it together, it sums to 96. It should also be noted that the word Scottish has gematria of 113. That number is so often coded in the hoaxes. Also, Truth Seeker, just a little gematria connection here. The numbers 39 and 42, remember we've talked a lot about 39 and 93, and the date of the arrest had 42 numerology. If you write out 39 and you write out 42 and sum them, they both sum to 142. Another important number, the word terrorist has gematria of 142. On September 11th, the attacks lasted 102 minutes or an hour and 42 minutes. All of this stuff is by design. It's all by the numbers. What else stands out to me about this story is that he was arrested in Glendale, Arizona, where Super Bowl 49 was hosted. Glendale, Arizona has gematria of 144. They say the suspect is 21 years old. Super Bowl 49 closed out with 2 teams who came into the game with records of 14-4. It ended with the game. The Seahawks' 21st pass by Russell Wilson was intercepted by number 21 on the Patriots with 21 seconds left to go on the date of February 1st, 2/1. A lot of 21 at the end of that game. 21 is an important number. The word Bible has gematria of 21, and all the numbers that are coded into every Super Bowl come straight from the Bible. The word Christian is 47. The first Super Bowl was in the year 66. The Bible is of 66 books. The first Super Bowl was in the 47th season of the NFL. The Masons who do all of this coding use the Bible and other religious texts for all their madness. This shooting is said to have lasted 12 days from August 29th to September 10th. The square of 12 is 144. Last year in Super Bowl 49, it was the 12th man of the Seahawks versus number 12 of Tom Brady and the Patriots. The school shooting in Washington last year, in Marysville, Washington, came 144 days before the Super Bowl, Truth Seeker. I don't think any of it's a coincidence. That was a hoax, just as this is a hoax. Also, with regards to the Hoover Dam, I want you to see that it has this Jewish gematria of 928. September 28th will be the night of the fourth and final blood moon. Blood moon has Pythagorean gematria of 42, like the date of the arrest. Possibly a coincidence or possibly not. There's a lot of numbers here connected to the Hoover Dam. And these numbers, as I've just shown, have been put on the Hoover Dam all throughout history. When I think of goats, I think of sacrifice. I don't know about you. Also, this late detail about him being the wrong guy, show you something interesting here. I'm the wrong guy has gematria of 77. What's interesting about 77 is it has gematria of 49. We've just been talking about Super Bowl 49. He's saying he's the wrong guy because the gun that got him busted was in the pawn shop before the shooting started. Pawn shop has gematria of 49. So more headlines, more narrative by the numbers, just as all these hoaxes are. And that's why they emphasize these words. That's the arrogance of these people. 77, a big number. The word Judaism has gematria of 77. The American meridian's the 77th meridian on September 11th. It was Flight 77 that hit the 77-foot-tall Pentagon on the 77th meridian. A lot of 39 and 93 on 9/11. All of these numbers tie back to Zionism. It is Zionists who run this media and who deceive us and control us with these methods. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time. Encore Truth Seeker. I wanted to show you this Camry ad that I brought up just for the continued coding of these same numbers on the Hoover Dam and even how corporate advertising participates in this. So this is the Camry ad from last year around the time of the Super Bowl. I broke this up into two pictures. The caption up above was the bold new Camry. Notice how bold and Camry are emphasized. The gematria of bold is 33 and Camry is 60. 33 plus 60, 93. This is US Route 93 blown apart here. Also, Toyota has the gematria of 96. Toyota Camry sums to 156, which is the God number in English gematria. I just showed how the FC Cone Goat logo had gematria of 61. 61 is God in Jewish gematria. The Masons love to code numbers connected to God as well in all of their doings, part of their very tired and repetitive pattern. And one last point. Some of you might be asking, where's the 33 in this shooting hoax? Well, he was arrested in Glendale, which has Pythagorean gematria of 33. And of course, the shootings were in Phoenix, Arizona, which is smack dab on the 33rd parallel. All right, Truth Seeker. Till next time.